I'm so faded.
What's going on, guys? CGOD back again. Today's going to be kind of a little bit of an extension from part 3 because as you've seen at the end of the last video, we did have a little bit of complications. So pretty much today, the car actually didn't lay as much as I'd like, so I'm going to be cutting the lower mounts back off and shortening them even more. I'm also going to be moving everything kind of more inwards so that we have more clearance to the frame from the bags, as well as I need to trim a little bit of metal up on the top of the bridge because it does touch the bag whenever it lays out. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on that. I will probably show you the car right now so that you can see what it looks like aired up and aired down in the daylight, because I mean, you know, nighttime wasn't as cool. So here's locked, or at least I believe it's locked up. It's been about 3 days and I haven't really messed with it. I just left it here locked up. So I mean, that's pretty much what it looks like. It is pretty damn tall though. Ooh, look at that tag. But yeah, so that's what she looked like. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and start tearing up into it. As you can see, we got our bag in there. Ooh. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start tearing up into it. I am going to set the car on the jack again and jack the whole rear end up and air it down. That way I can make sure and see exactly where I need to trim. And then from there, I'm gonna start cutting everything out and taking it all back apart, you know? It's a wonderful life that we live, but it's all trial and error, especially on this budget stuff. This is not a kit at all. I've made all these parts in my backyard. So I'll bring you guys back whenever I show you guys what needs to be trimmed and how everything needs to be moved underneath the car whenever I have it jacked up and aired down, all right? All right, guys, so here's an update on the trunk. I did end up flipping the sub around. Got everything still rolling. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what I need to do down underneath of this hoe. Alright, so as you could see, well, maybe see, try to give you guys a view. But as you can see, we are not laying on the frame just about yet. So that's gonna be an issue, as well as my bag clearance here. As you can see, that's real close to the frame. And up in this area right there, you might be able to see, but I've already marked it. I need to trim this piece of metal up here. So, because right now it is literally sitting on the bag right here. This is all the way aired out. So yeah, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be cutting out my lower cups. These here, I'm going to be cutting them out and I'm going to be shortening them even more. That way I can get it to lay all the way, because this gap is unacceptable. So I'm going to be cutting these out and probably moving them over a little bit so that the bags are sitting more inward and away from the frame here. And once this is cut out, we might even get a little lower then, but as for now, it is sitting on this piece of metal up here. So that's going to get trimmed and then we should be gas. And the rear setup will be fully done at that point. So right now I'm underneath this John and I ain't got no jack stand. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out and I'm gonna get to cutting. Alright, boyos and boyettes. So a little bit of update. I got the lowers cut out already. As you can see, I got them nice and cut out. I actually did shorten them already. So I don't know if you guys remember, but they were pretty big. I measured them and after full completion, they were about 1.25 inches height. And now I shortened these Johnnies down and they are now about 3/8 of an inch. So as you can see, I couldn't even run the damn washer because I cut them so much. But yeah, so no washer, barely any room to play with. So yeah, she should drop down. I believe I took out about 7/8 of an inch. So she should lay all the way down onto the frame now. It may or may not be a son of a bitch to be able to put the bags on, but we'll figure that out when we get there. So now I'm going to go ahead and grind this down, make it a nice surface to weld on again. I already got those lowers cleaned up. After I'm done cleaning this up, I'm also going to shave or trim or whatever you want to call it, the piece that was up. Ooh, my finger's messed up. But the piece that was hitting the bag. And I don't know if I'm going to do any mods to these cups. I think I might even just leave those because they were kind of all right. I was gonna take some material off of it, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave them because 7/8 of an inch was quite a bit on the lowers, so we should be gas. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and start trimming and shaving and everything, get everything ready to weld again. After I get the lowers welded, then it's just gonna be reassembly pretty much. Well, actually, I'm probably gonna have to paint the lowers again. So I'm gonna have to paint the lowers again, let that dry, and then reassembly, and old girl should be laying on the frame. I'm trying to tuck the entire white wall. I don't know about y'all, but I can't stand people who like bag the whip and it doesn't lay. Like, what's the point? You feel me? So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll bring y'all back then. What up, guys? So to give you guys an update, I've already welded on the rear lowers. I did kind of bore out the top hole as well, that the center bolt goes for the top cup, because I also want to move that over just a hair too to give me more frame clearance. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys. Much smaller, much smaller than before, I'll tell you. But yeah, so yeah, now the bolt really barely fits in that motherfucker, and I did beat the shit out of this also. So as you can see, that's why that's bent down. Plenty of room to put a ratchet in there, or not a ratchet, a wrench, my bad. Actually have the wrench right there too. Woo! So yeah, but yeah, here's what she looks like now, much smaller, so she'll really lay. And once again, all I did was just 2 beads, one on this side, one on the inside. You kind of see this one better, but I beat it, this portion of it beat down, that way I'll have plenty of room to get in there and tighten that bolt. So now I'm gonna let that kind of cool down and then hit it with some paint. After it dries, then it's just back to final assembly again, and we should be juking now. So like I said, guys, this is just a little bit of like a short video. I'm probably gonna name it like part 3.5, you know, just because it's an edit. And after we get it all back together, I'm gonna check clearances, and hopefully we're good this time, and hopefully she's laying frame on the axle. So yeah, I'll bring you guys back after I paint it and put the bags back in. Yo, okay, so I got this bitch knocked out now. As you can see, boom. Yeah, she lays flat on the fucking axle now. I got a little bit of clearance more in between the frame. I did also shave my fenders here for a little bit more clearance, and I got a finger gap pretty much all the way around. Look at that. Can't wait to put the fucking wheels back on her and see how she lays. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys down here. So yeah, kind of hard to see. I wonder if I can. But yeah, she lays flat on the axle. As you can see, I now have like small finger gap right here. Over here where it was hitting before, I legit have like a whole ass finger gap all the way around the bag now. So it should be nice and secure. The shocks aren't holding up anything. They're bolted in, and we're laying all the way down to the frame, boys. To the fucking frame. So I'm gonna go ahead and slap the wheels on now and set her down, and we'll see what the fuck is good, boys. Alright guys, I want you guys to go down and like this video right the fuck now if you want to see this car laid the fuck out. Axle on frame. You know what we're tucking? We're tucking full white wall. Check it out. Oh, damn. Straight tucking the entire white wall. And as you can see, I shaved it too, so I got just enough clearance. Fully tucks white wall up in there. Look at that. Still drivable. Oh man, that's gonna be fucking awesome. Go ahead and show y'all what the other side look like. Shit's borderline unreal, boys. This side I am gonna take it off right now, because as you can see, or I don't know if you'll be able to see, but it was kind of rubbing a little bit. I didn't shave it enough. It looks like we're good on this side, but right here is rubbing. So I'm gonna go ahead and go over all of it once more. But yeah, that is sick. Alright guys, well yeah, I'm real happy with how short it is now. We're laying axle on frame, we're tucking full white wall, budget build, doing it twice, trial and error, you know what it is. And I got money and hoes.